Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura and today we're going to do a pick a card tarot and oracle reading, and this time we are going to check into your person's energy, your soulmate's energy, whoever that may be. Okay, so whoever came to mind when you saw this video, that's who we're going to do the reading on. So hold that person in your mind, and you can even ask aloud to the universe or yourself, what's going on with this person's energy and what are their current feelings and thoughts towards our connection. And we set the intention that any messages that come through in this reading are meant for your greatest good, to hear, to know, to understand, so that way you can make the best decisions in this connection and in your life generally. Okay. As always, this is a group general reading. So take what resonates from it and leave anything that doesn't. If anything doesn't resonate, then it's not for you, and that's fine. If you want a personal reading where I'm only connecting to you, that is an option, and readings are open on my website, spiritpsychic.org. So take a look at all three groups on screen and select whichever one you feel most drawn to intuitively. We have group number 1 with these purple flowers, group number 2 with this sort of pinkish purplish flower, and then group number 3 with the pink flowers. And they're all dried. I don't know why I've been really into like drying my own flowers recently. They're just so pretty. I don't know. It's like kind of like an antique sort of vibe. I love it. So anyways, once you select your group, you can skip ahead to your reading using the timestamps, or you can watch through. And I just want to express my gratitude for everybody who has subscribed to the channel. We've been growing the community quite a bit recently, so I'm just so happy and grateful for that. So happy to have a place on the internet where a bunch of spiritual freaks can come together. So thank you for contributing to that. And thank you to anybody who's left a donation or worked with me personally. I love you guys so much. Okay, so if you're still picking your group, pause now. Otherwise, let's begin. Hello, group number 1, and welcome. Let's see what your person's energy is like at this time. Let's just do a check-in and see where they're at in their personal life, with their emotions, in this relationship, etc., etc. So they have the crocodile coming out in reverse. So I feel like if you select group number 1, there's a high probability that you may be in this position where you're sort of waiting for this person. Maybe they are grieving. Maybe they are trying to get their life together in some way. Maybe you're waiting for some sort of communication or advancement in your relationship. And this person, what they're doing right now with crocodile energy, they are trying to feel out a situation. They may be in a very transitional space in their life right now. The crocodile is a water spirit, so there's a lot of emotions that this person is moving through and sitting in, and it may at times feel like they're just stagnating in their emotions, but the thing about the crocodile is there's nothing stagnant about them. They sit and they wait very, very still, very patiently, but once the right moment occurs, they strike really, really fast. And so with the crocodile spirit coming out for your person, this is confirmation that they have a lot of emotion going on right now. There may be some big emotional events that have taken place. They may be in some sort of transitional, like emotional transitional energy, whether that be overcoming a separation, a move, losing a loved one, etc., etc. There's so many different ways in which this crocodile spirit can show up. So let's dive deeper. We have adjacent possibilities, and we have blossoming abundance. I really like the blossoming abundance card because it shows happiness. They are very, very content and happy with your relationship, and I just feel like from a heart-based level, they are overflowing with gratitude, happiness, love, attraction, and they're definitely in a space of wanting to keep things growing. So they are not stagnant at all. And group number 1, if you are viewing this as a stagnant situation, you might be needing to reframe your mindset, because sometimes it is in our best interest not to dive too quickly into things. And here's the interesting thing about this person. They're not trying to wait a very long time to take your relationship to the next level or take your life to the next level. They are waiting for the right moment. With adjacent possibilities, they're considering a lot of different things, and even just where they're at currently in their life, they never expected themselves to be in this situation in the first place. It feels like they took a quantum leap in a new direction. They put themselves on a new timeline. For example, they could have been like dating someone for many, many years, thought they would have spent their life with that person, and then suddenly shifted, like everything in their life shifted. You know what I mean? It's like there's some sort of quantum leap, or this could even indicate like another example of this energy could be like if they made a massive move like to a new country or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like completely shifting timelines. This person completely shifted their life in some way. And I don't think this happened a long, long time ago. You know, this is something that they're still emotionally moving through, and they are very happy that they made this shift. They are extremely happy that they took this leap of faith. And right now, it just seems like they're processing a lot of that and letting the dust sort of settle from these big changes, but they are viewing it quite abundantly. They're in the flow of abundance. And there's actually a lot of happiness, a lot of love that they are feeling. So they are in a very loving place, and this is a strong indicator of attraction too. We have within the next few months. So I feel like your relationship with this person will definitely be receiving so much clarity in the next few months. And I think you know this as well. And this could be aligning with certain events. Like maybe in the next few months, you know that you'll be moving, or you know that a certain thing will be finished. Like if any of you are in school, maybe you're graduating, or this person may be changing their job schedule or something like that. Like somehow, some way, your relationship, your connection with this person will massively improve and change within the next few months. Some sort of old business may be settled within the next few months, which may give current business a lot of clarity. Okay, for whatever reason, also the summertime feels very important, especially if you're watching this around the time that I'm posting it. The summertime will be a massive time of transition and change. Now, if you're watching this in like, I don't know, October or something, this might be like the winter time, or December, January, February, you know, depending on where you live, seasons may change, but the next season, the next season. So if you're in spring, this would be summer. If you're in summer, this would be fall. If you're in fall, this would be winter, winter, spring, right? The next season of your life together will be one of great abundance and love and change. It feels like so many different flowers are blossoming. The reason why I bring up summer specifically is because I'm getting this vision of like right now, all of like the grass outside may just be looking flat, dead, not much life going on, but beneath the surface, just like the crocodile beneath the surface, there is so much in the works that's about to explode on the surface in the most beautiful way possible. Like so many flowers of love and trust and fun and this and that are going to emerge simultaneously. And I just feel like this person may be doing a lot of root work at this time, or finishing up old stories, old business, finishing up literal, like actual projects that need finishing up, you know, that may be taking up some mental space for them. But this relationship is very far from stagnant, and this person is very far from stagnant. We have perseverance exactly with the sacral chakra. There's a lot of sexual attraction, sensual attraction in this connection as well. And if you literally just look at the card, this person is shedding their old raggedy past. Okay. And their intuition, their spirit guide is guiding them forward into a glamorous, beautiful new situation, guys. If you're in a relationship with this person, they have never, ever, even remotely came close to the amount of love and peace and security that you give them. Ever. Like all of their old relationships were toxic or just horrible for them. And they're shedding all of that past. So again, if you, group number one, have any fears around this person not being over their past, not being over their ex, I feel like those fears are unfounded. This person, like even if they are mourning, letting go, releasing, girl, boy, they have never felt better with you in their life. Like they truly, I can't emphasize how happy they do feel. And this doesn't even just have to talk about old love, old flame. This is like old life in general. Remember, we said that this person sort of recently, and by recently I mean like maybe in the past year or two, quantum shifted. You know, they were on one life trajectory, completely shifted, and they are so happy they did that. But that's a major, major change and transformation to integrate subconsciously, psychologically, and like, you know, allowing the dust to settle from that. And then we have acceptance with the root chakra as well. This is an interesting piece of artwork. So we see here, this appears to be like a waitress who is serving up some cherry pie. And the root chakra shows security. It shows a feeling of like being at home and being safe. So right now, again, it talks about doing root work. It's the root chakra. This person is trying to build trust and safety and security with you in your relationship. They are trying to make you feel safe, make you feel at ease, and get on a beautiful level of mutual understanding and communication. And, you know, especially if this is a newer connection, I would say like the first year to 3 years of any relationship is all about getting on the same page and really learning how to work beautifully together. And I have a strong feeling that if that's your story and that's the timeline you're currently working with, this person, once they fully, totally feel like you guys have merged successfully and have that trust and have that strong partnership, I feel like they're really going to jump forward in this relationship in terms of commitment. And that can be through like marriage, that can be through integrating family, integrating life, etc., etc. And this may happen faster than you realize, faster than you think. So let's shuffle up some Moonology cards here. I literally just have like a whole stack of oracle boxes just on my lap ready to go for this reading. I randomly got the urge to do this reading and I just grabbed the boxes and started filming. I didn't even film the intro yet, so very disjointed. Okay, let's see. We have the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. And look at that. Adjacent possibilities. Adjustments are required. Yeah, they're trying to shift their life and how they go about life to make you feel comfortable, first and foremost. Like, for example, let's just say this is someone who is very independent and is used to doing things on their own. They hear you and your requests to be more interdependent and include you in the conversation, and they are working on that. I think the beautiful thing about this person is they are not afraid of change, and they are willing to adjust what's going on in the connection and how they show up in the connection in order to make you feel comfortable and build trust. And look at this. We have a full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yes. See, this person's intentions right now are to work beautifully with all of the moving parts in their life. They are really wanting things to work out with you, but also with like all of the other responsibilities in their life. If they have kids, if they have a job, if they have fill in the blank, like their family, they're wanting all of the moving parts in their life to cohesively and harmoniously get along. And they're sort of like a lot more intelligent than maybe even you realize, trying to make this happen. So it's quite beautiful. Let's see. We're going to get some tarot now, and then we're going to get some channeled messages from them to you. So energy check in, your person, whoever that may be. What is their energy looking like right now? And also with the full moon in Libra, Libra is a very romantic sign. It's all about partnerships. I feel like this person has longevity in mind. This feels like somebody who is serious and they are in it for the long haul. Just like how the crocodile is very, very patient and is willing to wait a very long time. Like this person, longevity is definitely in mind for them. And if you guys have gotten into any recent arguments or scuffles, they are definitely wanting to find solutions, get back on the same page with you, persevere through it. And it's like also once they see your mutual ability to overcome anything together, that's really going to make them trust the foundation of this relationship and want to leap forward, okay? They want to make sure that you both have perseverance and the ability to navigate anything, any challenge, any argument in a way where both parties win. and they're going to want to leap forward there. So let's see. We're going to pull some tarot now. What's going on with this person, with their energy? Let's sort of do a little stalky stalk into what's going on with them and their life. Okay, this is from the Light Seers Tarot. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. So they definitely are wanting 10 of Cups energy, which is emotional, long-term fulfillment. However, whenever the Four of Cups comes out in reverse, I feel like we just have to reach out and take it. We have to integrate all of the lessons that we learned from the past. So that is one thing with this person. They may need to reflect on their old timeline, how they shifted, and learn the lessons that were there for them in the past, so that way they don't accidentally repeat the same mistakes in your connection, in your relationship. They need to make sure, and this is a random message, but when it does come to arguments, skerfuffles, or whatever, they need to learn how to not react out of perseverance, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like preserving the ego, as opposed to trying to navigate healing the wound, the connection, the issue. You know what I mean? So like when you're not seeing eye to eye with someone, if they're automatically being defensive, automatically being like, well, that wasn't my intention, you know, that may be a problem for this person that they need to learn how to overcome. It is not your job to necessarily teach them this, but that may be an issue. So like, for example, if you guys aren't seeing eye to eye and you have one way of viewing a situation, they have another way of viewing it, speak to the divinity within them, not the child within them. You know, speak to them as if you are a king or queen and they are also a king or queen. Speak to that version. Expect that high level of communication. Expect them to approach any situation from a place of growth and clarity and coming back together, as opposed to preserving the ego, preserving the individuality. Does that make sense? We have the Six of Cups. See, I love this energy. It is happiness. It is wanting something long-term for sure. And it is also them integrating their past and their pre-existing friends and family into your relationship together. This person may want children or pets with you, some sort of family life with you. We have the Eight of Wands. This is honestly my favorite tarot card. It shows really wanting to communicate. And honestly, this person may operate on quite a rapid timeline. So I definitely feel like this is not the type of person where you'll be having to wait a very, very, very long time before you know what they want. Like, they're wanting to move this relationship forward with you because this is like the happiest they've felt in a long time, is what I'm seeing. Three of Swords in reverse, exactly. This is, again, further confirmation for your fears, group number one. If any of you are concerned about this person not being over their ex, the past, etc., those fears are made up in your own head, okay? This person is very easily and fully over their exes, over the past. They are wanting to move forward. They are wanting to create something long-term with you. They are wanting that 10 of Cups. But you know what? There are other logistical concerns here and things that take time. You know, you can't expect like an overnight sort of love story romance, you know, especially if there's complicating factors. Like if they or you already have children, if they or you already have responsibilities, obligations, etc., like the logistical side of this relationship may need a little bit of time. And again, that's why the crocodile spirit came out for them. They're trying to strike at the right time in this relationship. We have the Queen of Wands. There's so much passion here, and I feel like they view you as this very fun person to be around. You are full of life, personality, warmth. They are very sexually attracted to you. Okay, there's a lot of great things here. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. So one thing that you might be annoyed at with this person is like when it comes to planning for the future, or like initiating conversations. You may feel like you're the one constantly initiating these conversations, sort of pushing them to make certain decisions in their life, which may be why you have certain fears popping up, or you may feel like they're stagnant. They're not stagnant. But yeah, I definitely do feel like this person has a history where they weren't necessarily the ones making a lot of decisions in their life generally. And this could be their old relationships. This could be with their job. This could be with their family, et cetera, et cetera. Like they may have been like the supporting character, not the main character. Okay. They don't feel to be quite a strong initiator with everything in life. They certainly do initiate some things and some growth, but when it comes to like leading the connection, that may be something that you feel like you're doing a bit more than this person, with you coming out as this like Queen of Wands and them coming out as the Emperor in reverse. And that's why I was saying earlier, speak to this person as if they are a king or queen, not like some little kid that you have to watch over. You have to clean up after them. You have to, that will kind of like mess up the energy dynamic in this connection. So just make sure that you're expecting divinity from this person, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so to finish up, we're going to get some channeled messages from them to you. What are their true feelings towards you? What would they say if they were perfectly honest about their feelings, their intentions, etc.? And this is a homemade deck that I made years ago. I've been wanting to like actually print this out on like a real deck and maybe offer to you guys. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Okay, here's what they would say. First, we have the 10 of Swords. Things need to end. The past should remain in the past. Absolutely. So we keep coming back to this message about like the past is in the past. The past should remain in the past. There is nothing about the past that I am interested in. So now normally in a reading like this to me would show that this is some sort of person that you're in separation with. But in your reading, I feel like this is the confirmation, like, I am not going back to my ex. I am not going back to my old ways, old addictions. Anything that you're afraid of, they are like negative interested in going back. Okay? Things are feeling too good with you to ever desire that, It says, do not try resurrecting what's done. And group number 1, I really feel like a lot of these messages in this reading are meant for you. I know this is an energy read into your person, but spirit is sort of infusing, and I feel like your spirit guides are infusing messages for you. And that message being, you, group number 1, need to stop worrying about this person's past. Stop worrying about it. Stop being obsessed with like their exes or anything like that. Their old stories, like that is dead, done, over with. And there is nothing that you need to worry about there. And look at that. Wow. The Death card also came out. Death. That is literally the card of endings. And it says this separation is necessary. Let's focus on ourselves. We can possibly reconnect when the timing is right. So to me, this is again that clear-cut message here that the past is done. This person is wanting to move towards a greater future, okay? And with the 6 of Cups here, if, like, for example, the ex in question, they, like, have a child with or need to remain in contact with them for whatever reason, maybe there's some old business, like maybe they share a house or some sort of thing like that, like they need to remain in contact. These are promises that the past is in the past. And, you really, again, do not need to worry. It says unsatisfying connections need a break. The truth is revealed. And to me, that message of the truth is revealed is that you already know everything that you need to know about their past. They're not hiding anything. Let go of what isn't serving you. Look at the reality of this. No longer pretending everything is okay. Yeah. And with the 10 of Swords, we have dramatic breakups and new beginnings. And that's what I saw earlier with like this complete quantum leap onto a new timeline with you, clean cutting the past out of their life and hopping into a miraculous, beautiful, passionate future with you that they have full intentions of like making this long term. Do not try resurrecting what's done. You've already exhausted all efforts. We have the Page of Cups. I want to rush into romance. Exactly. But maybe we should slow down and just have fun. This, like, out of all of the cards so far, perfectly encapsulates the energy this person is in with you that I was trying to describe. It's like they are not stagnant at all. They want to hop into something. They want to rush into like happily ever after with you, but they're logical as well. And they understand that, it's amazing to create a strong foundation first and to build memories and have fun first. So generous, good friend who wants good company, good vibes and fun, enjoy the thrill of romance, new love, energy and news, and having fun with each other might turn serious eventually. So that is, again, showing us where their head is at. They want something serious. They want something long-term. They love this and they love being in love. We have the Star. Oh my gosh. I feel like you are my soulmate. Also, I want to see you naked. I can't emphasize how attracted this person is to you. And I really do feel like, okay, this wasn't supposed to be like an 18 plus reading, but I feel like you are the best. Like if you guys already were intimate with each other, you were and are like the best sex this person has ever had. And not only that, like they view you, and maybe this is petty, we shouldn't compare and contrast, but they do view you as the most beautiful person they've been with by far, by a long shot. So, I think group number one, the moral of this reading is to literally just lay all of your insecurities to rest, because this person is like healthily obsessed with you. Okay. They think you are absolutely stunning physically, mentally, and emotionally. They dream about being with you day and night. You're constantly on this person's mind. They appreciate all of your efforts. They see all that you do in love, in relationships. They feel guided to share their feelings. Spirit guides and ancestors support this connection. And then we have final card, the Magician. Being in control is what makes me most comfortable. Okay, so this person's ambitious, a charming lover. This person will express what they want, but are unlikely to compromise. This card kind of speaks to what I was saying earlier. Like one of the problems that you might run into is that when there is some sort of dilemma, or some sort of argument, or not 100% seeing eye to eye with this person, which comes up in every relationship, by the way, their first instinct might be to defend their ego. And that could be due to some past toxicity that they are used to. So sometimes they may operate out of the old version of themselves where they're just quick to hop into defensive mode to defend their ego. And this may be because in the past they were treated very unfairly. Or whatever, I don't know. Know what you want and stand up for it. So like in this relationship, yes, one thing you're gonna have to do is have boundaries. If you find that pattern starting to repeat itself of like them sort of accidentally sliding into like how they would have acted in older toxic relationships, you need to call them out on it. You need to defend yourself and basically treat yourself like the king or queen that you are. And, call that behavior out when you see it in a kind way, not in a way that's gonna further arguing, This person's also a goal-getter, quite charismatic, etc., etc. So I really do think the moral of the story here for group number one is that this person's all about you, and you may have some fears and insecurities that are natural and normal for, especially like if this is like the beginning of a relationship, like 3 years or less, I would say. But this person really sees a future with you, a long-term vision with you. And they are not stagnant at all. And I think you're good. I think you found a good one. Okay. Sometimes these readings really do just need to reassure us that what we have is going great. And, every relationship, it's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their light attributes and their shadow attributes. This person is really great generally. They may still have some wounds to tend to, some behaviors to avoid that, are rooted in their past, but they really are over the past. I think that is like 100% certain. No need to worry or fear about that. And they're definitely excited about what's going on in this connection. And I feel like for whatever reason, in the next few months, the next season, this relationship is going to become very, very clear to you. And with this crocodile spirit, I wouldn't be surprised if some sort of higher level of integration, enmeshment, or commitment occurs in the next few months, okay? Whether that's like moving in, upping your level of commitment to each other, or something of that nature that just makes you feel even more secure in the relationship. So I really hope you enjoy that group number one. Thank you for joining me. Let me know how it resonated down below in the comment section. Like this video, and if you have not already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I post. If you want some personal advice on this relationship and a personal reading because you have a very specific relationship, I do offer personal readings, and the link to that is down below. I do offer love readings, and you're more than welcome to share what's going on in your life there and ask any specific question you have there, and I will answer it for you individually. I also offer Shamanic life transformation coaching, which offers you hour-long weekly readings, similar format. You ask your questions and then you get your reading 7 days later, plus daily email correspondence. If you want help on a daily basis moving through relationship issues or just any life issue in general that is plaguing you, okay? The goal with that is just to have 12 weeks of utter transformation, completely elevating your life and putting you onto a new timeline. So those are all linked down below. I also have my online tarot reading course there, my free ebook, which is a tarot guide that you can download to your phone or laptop or wherever, and my intention oils. So check all those things out. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see what your person's energy is looking like right now when it comes to them in general, their relationship with you, etc., etc. So they have the bat and the crow. Okay, goth energy. Okay, alternative. Okay, edgy. I really like this combo, to be honest with you. First off, this is very spiritual, extremely spiritual. First off, the crow spirit only tends to come out for absolute spiritual powerhouses of people. Okay, so you or this person may be a spiritual baddie, okay? A priestess, a shaman, a light worker, a psychic, a seer, etc., etc. Or even just somebody who's very intimately connected with the paranormal and the unseen realities, okay? Same thing with the bat as well, honestly. And these are two creatures that operate very heavily from intelligence and intuition. So this person is extremely intelligent, and there's a deep spiritual connection that the two of you share clearly here. That is like clear as day to me. And it may have a lot of telepathy involved as well. Okay, you may actually both be quite spiritual people, very in touch with the unseen realms of life, the unseen side of life. And they're both ruled by air as well. So you two can be people who yap day in and day out. Like, you can talk to each other for hours without getting bored. Okay. We have the sun in reverse. I don't know why. I'm just intuitively getting a feeling that some of you guys who selected group number 2 might not be in communication with this person. This is not going to resonate with all of you though. So, you know, take it how it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And we have the 6th chakra. Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is literally the 3rd eye chakra, where all things psychic, telepathic, intuitive happens. So this is like an otherworldly sort of connection. These sort of connections are crazy to experience, by the way. Like, they're the types of connections where there's so much synchronicity. There's so much telepathy. There's so much just paranormal spiritual experiences that happen when you're together for literally no reason. It's just crazy. And when you're in connections like this, you may think to yourself, like, man, the average person like wouldn't even believe that this is possible. Like, a relationship like this is possible, or the things that we experience in this connection are possible. So this person definitely feels telepathic with you. They feel like you guys have a very strong soul tie. And even if you're not in communication, they will never sort of like get over you, is what I'm seeing. Okay, with the sun in reverse, I feel like this person, you know, there's some things that they're not really seeing in their life, because I view the sun as consciousness, what we're consciously aware of. So when it's in reverse, it's almost, and even with the bat here, bats are blind, right? So this person may be blind to some some things in this relationship and within themselves is what I'm seeing. There may be some blockages to their success as well, especially if they're a very ambitious person wanting to succeed, like especially if it's in like the arts or anything that involves an audience, anything that involves something. Like you may notice that they're not very successful at what they're trying to achieve. And also, I am wondering if this is a situation that's in separation, if this person, like, they're sort of blocking themselves from experiencing love just in general. So there's some signs and synchronicities from the universe that this person is actually missing, despite being so spiritually sensitive, you know. Very fascinating. I need more cards. What is this person's energy? What's going on with their energy? They feel unsuccessful is what I'm seeing, like with their goals or with this relationship, with just understanding life in general. We have wisdom with the heart chakra. Yeah, they are a seeker of knowledge for sure. A big seeker of knowledge. And actually, let's get a second card from this deck. Why not? What else? What is this person's energy? Where are they at with their energy? They feel like when you guys are in communication, when you're talking to each other, they learn so much from you. They view you as a very wise, connected soul. We have soulmate. Wow, with the root chakra. Yes, this is what I'm saying. There's a massive soul tie between you guys. And even if you choose not to explore that, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. We have multiple soulmates in life. I'm a big believer in that. And the soulmates that we attract really depend on where you're at vibrationally. But and soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. You know, they can be like your best friend for like a decade. They could be a lifelong sibling who you love and talk to every day. They can be a soulmate, like in a romantic sense, you know. There's definitely telepathy. And look at that, even on this card, it's confirmed. We have a third eye open and their other eyes are closed. It's just, this is a really strong spiritual connection. It's actually kind of crazy. Like the energy exchange between you guys is crazy and may even happen more on the astral realm than in the physical realm if you're in separation. Some of you guys may have even had a dream about them like last night, you know? So let's see. I don't know why I just said that. Maybe that is the case for some of you. You literally had a dream about them last night. We have the new moon in Aries. It is time to take action. See, this is the thing. If you guys are in separation, I feel like this is the blockage. They just need to talk. Like they just need to reach out. And maybe some of you guys are very annoyed that they just don't take action. It's like, having a spiritual connection is great. You know, connecting on like a telepathic level is great. But if you're not going to move forward in a practical human sense, then I'm not interested anymore. And I wish I could go back in time and tell so many people this, including myself, but like, it does not matter if you have a strong soul tie with someone. It does not matter if you're twin flames or soulmates. If they choose to reject the connection on a physical earthly way, like for example, like they're just like not committing or they're not in communication, let go. Group number 2, let go if that's the case. Because we incarnate onto earth to have earthly experiences, and you deserve someone who's going to show up in that physical way, like right here, right now, in the present moment, saying, yes, I want you, I choose this relationship. I don't believe that there is a right relationship, wrong time. No, because if it's the right relationship, they're going to make it work no matter what. And you know, I'm not going to go off into personal stories, but let me tell you, like when I met my current partner, it was not the right time, okay? But we chose each other because we're right for each other. You know what I mean? So right person, wrong time does not exist. Do not wait for people who reject you. Do not wait for them to come back around. Do not wait for people who are not emotionally ready. If you're emotionally ready, that is. You know, you deserve somebody who is operating on the same wavelength. Now, when it comes to this person's energy, They are in an action-oriented time in their life where they are wanting to really get their goals off the ground. They're in their fire air element. Okay, so fire representing passion and creativity and a sense of purpose and responsibility for the collective. And with their art, with their work, they are trying to help the collective for sure. And at times I am wondering if this person prioritizes their purpose, their creativity, and their passion over connection, over personal love, which is very ungrounded. Okay. Which would make a lot of sense because we have two birds here, and birds, as beautiful as they are, they're not ground earth animals, right? So I don't know. And you know what? A lot of these cards, other than the Sun in reverse, are actually pretty good, right? So it's very interesting that intuitively, I feel like there's just something amiss here because, you may be thinking the same thing, like everything would be perfect with y'all. Like you're extremely compatible. There's a deep soul tie here. It's soul connection. But something is amiss. And with the Sun in reverse, they may be self-sabotaging and blocking their own success from coming in. And not only that, blocking the love that you guys share if you're not already together or in communication. So if this is a situation where you are in separation, it may be because this person self-sabotaged and rejected the connection due to this weird sense of obligation to the collective with their work. Like, oh, I have to prioritize this big goal and dream of mine. I can't possibly commit to love. Stupid. That's a douchebag move. Okay, I'm sorry. But that's what I'm seeing. So let's see what else comes out. Now, if you guys are together, I don't know. I just feel like the majority of you are not. As weird as that sounds. But maybe, okay. Let me regroup here. I feel like depending on where you are at, group number 2, you may be getting different levels of this personality, of this love story. So some of you guys are in separation. A lot of you guys are in separation. If you are together, I am wondering if there is this, like we said, deep spiritual energy and connection that you guys share, a big exchange of wisdom, soulmate energy here, and trying to take action on building and growing your own dreams. Let's see. We have recovery. There's healing here as well. I don't know where I was going with that. We have don't stop. Wow. Don't stop. Take action. Recover. There's wisdom to be gained here. I feel like this connection is extremely intense, regardless of whether or not you're together or not. And you both meet each other at this point where you will reveal each other's greatest weaknesses, darkness, and demons that you need to overcome in order to achieve your dreams. Does that make sense? And so if this person is an ego-driven person, they may actually self-sabotage and let go of this connection because they're trying to protect their ego, because there's something inherent about the way your energies combine where you bring out this person's deepest demons, insecurities, the things that they need to heal in order to be their best version. And they do the same for you. So the success of this connection is entirely dependent upon both of your willingness to face those shadows and face those demons. And if you are both able to successfully do that, if you're both in the more mature group here, I think this relationship has an extreme amount of potential. So it all depends though. It's the longevity of this is iffy, dependent on who's watching. So let's just get some clarity with tarot. I definitely feel like this is a reading where we need more clarification. Where is this person at energetically? They may be trying to learn the lessons that your soul and your connection were trying to teach them. They may finally be realizing and waking up to those lessons. Let's see. The moon in reverse. See, yeah, you brought out, just you as a person, brought out a lot of fears and insecurities, subconscious woundings, like literally they're demons. You brought it to the surface because your energy is like light, right? You're a beacon of light. I feel like a lot of you guys are the light workers of this channel, you know, of the subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe already, okay? And because of that, it's not even just them, but like literally anyone you connect to. You sort of illuminate what works and doesn't work for them. You illuminate who they are to themselves. You're this divine mirror for a lot of people. And with the moon coming out in reverse, it may have been too intense for some of y'all's people to handle. But they're in deep, deep emotional searching here. Yeah, Two of Swords. Which way do I go? I'm not going to choose anything. I feel like for a lot of you, that's what this person did. They didn't make a choice at all in how to proceed with this connection because, you know, in order to proceed and have one of the most beautiful like loves of their life with you, they would have had to overcome these like demons, these thoughts in their own head. And that's challenging. Yes, Seven of Swords in reverse. Wow. I'm telling you, for some of you, this person may have acted out of ego, selfishness, or like self-preservation instead of choosing connection. Like they chose fear over love. The devil, exactly. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like when we first started the reading, all these cards are great, right? And I'm like, there's just something amiss here. And then look at that. The devil comes out, which is amiss, you know, and right next to the Seven of Swords in reverse, this is choosing fear over love. This is choosing ego over connection. This is choosing inner demons over inner angels. You know what I mean? Like See, this is why it's important to listen to your intuition. We have the Hierophant coming out in reverse. And it's funny because this person is most likely somebody who tries to come across as very wise, very knowing, very spiritually aware and awakened. There is such a thing as spiritual ego. Okay, I'm telling you, like, it's a thing. It's a problem. In some people, they like awaken their third eye just enough. Like they have a spiritual awakening a little bit, and then they really create a strong ego around that, thinking they're better than everyone else. Oh, I have these gifts, these abilities, these, you know, I know more. And then they don't continue their spiritual journey of like getting down and dirty with the real issues in their life. They just want to maintain this sense of like sort of a know-it-all, honestly. Because that feels good to be in that energy. Like I am better than everyone else. But you know what? When you're in that energy, it's isolating. And people are repelled by it, repulsed by it. You know, this person's wanting to be some sort of cult leader in a sense, to have a following, to have an audience. And the universe is not giving that to them because they need to lose the ego, lose the fear, and choose love, choose connectedness, you know? So this person is stuck on their spiritual journey is what I'm saying, is what I'm seeing. And then we have the Three of Wands. I don't know. They may be a very physically beautiful person and trying to focus on things like hobbies and interesting experiences. They may be traveling a lot, maybe into aesthetics, you know, things like that. But I think when it comes to doing the actual deeper spiritual work they need to do in order to stop self-sabotaging, they may have paused there. Like they've plateaued. They're a little bit stuck, spiritually speaking, which is a shame because this person's energy is actually like quite like their frequency exists on the veil, you know, on the bridge between spirit and physical. You know, I think if they actually did the work, they could be a very strong healer, a very strong psychic or shaman or someone like that. But I don't know, man. It's an interesting dynamic we have here. Also, another thing with this person, they may have let their lust get in the way of love at times, you know, and they may have struggled with, and wow, this is a dark message. They may have struggled with things like consent and things like that, you know, really pushing people's boundaries and challenging people setting up boundaries, you know, which is a massive red flag, guys, in anyone, romance, friends, etc. If you set a boundary and they try challenging that and they try pushing that over and over and over again, run. Do not walk away, okay? Run away. But anyways, let's see what this person's true feelings are towards you, just because I already had this planned out. So let's see what this person's true feelings are towards you, towards the connection in general. Okay, and guys, remember, if this doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Don't force it to apply to a perfectly healthy situation. We have the Six of Pentacles. I want to support you any way I can. Genuine support, feeling connected, offering financial or physical health, equal give and take. I think they definitely do support your vision in life. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I am willing to work on myself and this connection. I kind of do see that. Like, as we saw earlier, we're starting to see some action and healing and them integrating some of the lessons that your relationship was trying to teach them. And if you're in separation, that may be why you're starting to have dreams about them, or thoughts of them again, because they may be heavily reflecting on your connection. And as we mentioned, with a strong soul tie, when you're thinking about them or they're thinking about you, you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. So they may be at the very beginning stages of integrating what your soul was trying to teach them through the connection. But you know what? Too little, too late for a lot of you guys is what I'm thinking. We have the Page of Wands. I want to woo you. So yeah, this is a very passionate card. Pay attention to actions as well as words, though, is what it's saying. Talkative, charming. This person has a hard on for you. There is a lot of lust that they have towards you. And, wanting to catch your attention is what I'm really seeing with the Page of Wands. Especially if they use social media, they may be posting certain things that you're thinking like, are they trying to like low-key communicate to me specifically through this post? If you've had that thought, the answer is yes. We have the Lovers. We have to make a mature decision about this relationship. I think I love you. We need a future that's fulfilling for both of us. So soulmate energy again, love decisions. How can we make this more fulfilling and love yourself first? See, here's the thing. Sometimes, like, we have a soulmate. We have someone who we connect to so deeply, but like if they're not ready to like be mature and do the work, it can really mess things up. So I understand why a lot of you guys may have conflicting feelings about this relationship. I think at the end of the day, you deserve somebody who is ready and willing to pick you, to choose you, right here in the present moment. Like, that is what you deserve. And you deserve somebody who isn't going to act out of ego all of the time and selfishness all of the time with that devil energy, Seven of Swords energy. Like, you deserve somebody who looks at you and chooses love. They choose doing the hard root work to move past their inner wounds that may get in the way of a healthy and fulfilling relationship. That's what being spiritual is all about. Not, just wearing harem pants and, drinking these teas and doing these plant medicines, like for the looks of it, for social media. Like, it's actually getting down and dirty and facing your own demons. That's what this person needs to realize. That's what they need to learn. And your connection offered a lot of soul wisdom for them, as well as for you. And to be honest, group number 2, I feel like you guys probably sat with that wisdom, sat with those lessons, and perhaps they did not fully. And some time may have went by if this is in separation. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an interesting one. And I just want to remind you that just because you have a soul tie with somebody doesn't mean you need to end up with them, doesn't mean you ever really even need to talk to them ever again, Sometimes soul ties are really just here to allow us to grow and expand rapidly, to help us learn the karmic lessons that are in store for us and put us on the right path. A big exchange of energy may help us do just that. And that's exactly what soul ties are all about. Like, you have wisdom that their soul needs and they have wisdom that your soul needs. Their energy carries something that you need to learn about yourself, and vice versa, you know what I mean? So don't get hung up on somebody who's not gonna take the action towards you. Now, if this person does take action towards you in the future, which I'm not promising that at all, but there's always a possibility, then it's up to you how you want to proceed forward, But at the end of the day, choose love, choose to love yourself, and, just choose love, not fear. I think that's the greatest message I can give here, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. Definitely comment down below how this resonated for you, and subscribe if you've not already. Turn on that notification bell to be notified every time I post, and like this video. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. And, especially with this situation, if you want some personal advice or you have specific questions, I highly recommend getting that love reading. Basically, you don't have to schedule anything either. You literally just get the reading, email me your questions or topic, and I send you a video reading back within 7 days. My Shamanic Life Transformation coaching works the same way, except every week you get an hour-long reading plus daily email correspondence for 12 weeks, and we can talk about anything going on in your life, this relationship, your job, your life, whatever it may be. And the goal with that is to create the most amount of transformation for you in the shortest amount of time possible. So go get that as well. I also offer my intention oils there, as well as my online tarot reading course if you're interested in learning to read tarot just like me and starting your own spiritual business. Okay, thank you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome. Let's check into your person's energy, where they're at just in life generally with themselves, as well as in this connection. We have the cosmic egg. Very beautiful. So there's something magical, I feel, about where this person's at in their life currently, or where they're at in your relationship. With the serpent, the snake energy here, snakes represent endings and new beginnings, shedding away an old life, and he's holding on to the cosmic egg, the seeds for a brand new life that is just so magical and filled with so much potential. So there is some good magical energy that I'm really picking up on from this person and possibly from your connection. So I'm really excited to see what else we have in store here. They may be in a very pivotal moment in their life, through meeting you, through what's going on in your connection, through what's going on in their life currently. Like, it's a very pivotal time of change for them. But it feels good, like good change, good magical things going on. We have indecision. Wow. So they may be at a crossroads here with something, like how to proceed forward with the future. Because it's such a pivotal time in their life, they may be really considering all sides of a situation. And then we have man holding a coin, which shows lots of prosperity. Okay, so there's something here. They could be making more money than ever, wanting to spoil you with their financial resources. Or it's like you guys come together and there's something about your energies coming together that, like, I don't know, it just leads you both to a wealthier, more prosperous way of living. But man holding a coin shows feeling lucky. Like, man, I just hit the jackpot here. So, I don't know. I'm getting a sense that they highly value you. Just generally speaking, they highly value you, which is a blessing. They're feeling like the luckiest person in the world is what I'm seeing. So we love to see that. And they want to care for you. I'm getting a natural sense of protection over you, over this connection generally. So that's really cool. We have abundance. Wow. Totally goes hand in hand with what I was just saying. Solar plexus chakra. I'm telling you, there's something about your energy and their energy coming together that's, you just manifest miracles. And I feel like that's why the cosmic egg is coming out as the main card, because it's like, and you guys may have already manifested crazy big miracles, or like upon meeting each other, these crazy big life changes are happening for both of you, and it just feels so right. You know, your energies are just potent. I don't know how to describe that. Like, you meet someone and you trigger so much growth, healing, change, love into each other's lives. Prayer with the solar plexus chakra. Wow. They are confident. They are full of life force energy. Testosterone is running high. You know, it feels like they are ready to conquer the world. They are ready to take on life itself. Wow. They're ready to take action. There's something here about moving as well. I'm seeing, you know, because we see the for sale sign on this card. We see like between city and nature living here. Some of you guys, like, for example, if they're from like a rural area, they might be moving to the city for you, or if, you know, vice versa, like city to rural area, or even meeting in the middle. There's something here about like a move though. wanting to manifest coming together even deeper, because when you guys are together, it is just like you manifest miracles. And if you're already in a relationship with this person, they may be working hard to save up money to just create the perfect place for y'all, is what I'm seeing. Like really wanting to nest with you in a beautiful, beautiful way. Although it's interesting that the indecision card's coming out, and then we even have prayer here, and it's like, okay, we could go the city path, we can go the rural path, you know what I mean? And even the abundance card has 2 paths here. Like we can feel like we're lacking abundance, we can be in an abundance mindset. So again, like there's something going on in this person's life where they are faced with some pretty big decisions. It's pretty different lives. Extremely different choices here. And look at that, new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. Very funny because this came out for group number 2, but their reading was so different from yours. So different. This person is ready to take action. They're ready to move forward in this connection. They're raring to go, and they are doing the work. They are taking the actions to move this forward in a positive, blessed direction, is what I'm seeing. So let's see what else wants to come out. You're ready. Yes. You know, there's a magic that I feel like happens when 2 people come together who know exactly what they want, and those visions line up with each other. And I feel like that is your story. There may be 1 or 2 things that don't quite line up, and that's where the decision and indecision is taking place. But altogether, like the reason why y'all are so magical coming together is because you're both visionaries and those visions align. We have in the near future. Oh my God. I feel like this person may be planning some sort of big change in the near future. Like they're ready in the near future. It's time to take action. They already feel very decided on you. They already feel very decided on this, and the only thing they're working out now is the logistics of it. Okay? Like, they're wanting some positive change, some big change to occur, for sure. Let's get some clarity on this with the tarot. Okay, we're shuffling up the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see what's going on here. Sorry, I just totally bumped the whole table. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. I don't think they are completely committed to a certain path just yet, but the passion is there, the willingness is there. We have the Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. See, there's a generosity. There's like a give and take relationship here. The 2 of you may manifest quite a lot of blessings from the universe together. Also, for some of you, this person, one of the people in this relationship may be much more wealthier than the other person, and they're wanting to spoil whoever that like wealthier person is. But it's an equal energy exchange at the end of the day, because even if one person is not offering monetary value, they are offering value in another way. Okay, let's just pull some cards and flip them over one by one. Where is this person's energy at in life and this relationship? Yeah, there's something here about working hard, though. Working hard, trying to save a lot of money up for something in particular. And to be honest with you guys, I feel like this something in particular that they're saving money up for involves you in some way. They could be wanting to take you, like, for example, on a vacation. They're just not decided where yet. Wanting to move, again, not decided where yet. Wanting to, I don't know, there's something here they're wanting to give you. And that's why they're working hard. That's why they're saving up money. We have the Two of Pentacles, which just doubles down on this message. Wanting stability as well. We have the Six of Swords. So travel may be a very likely candidate, is what I'm seeing. Okay. If they were talking about some sort of big trip for a while, like involving you to somewhere in particular, I am wondering about that trip and them like wanting to deepen your connection in some way on that trip, wanting to propose, wanting to do something of that nature. They already have like this is interesting. They already have like a long-term plan for how they want to move this relationship forward with you. But when it comes to short-term planning, that's where they may be undecided. Okay, that's where they may be not committed, if that makes sense. So like, this is so backwards because I feel like for a lot of people, it's the other way around. But when it comes to long-term, like wanting you long-term, having a long-term plan and vision with you, that they already have in the bank. You know, they're already set on that. When it comes to short-term, like, where is our weekend getaway going to be? Where is, what time are we, how are we going to do this in the short term? They may be lost in the sauce, man. Which honestly, I'll take that over the opposite. We have the 10 of Wands. So this person may, I don't know why I'm seeing sleep deprivation, may temporarily get in the way of your happiness in this connection, or them just having so many things going on, so many things on their plate, like a lot of responsibilities. You may feel like their energy is sort of short-circuiting a little bit, or some of you guys, you have to understand, if this person is going through a really, really busy period in their life, or they just have so much going on, like they're working overtime, they're not sleeping enough, they have all these responsibilities, they're driving all over the place, and you feel like a dip in their energy, and you're feeling they're less affectionate than usual, I just want to say, like, you don't have to worry about this. I mean, like, they're not losing feelings for you, they're just losing sleep, okay? Like, they need to relax, they need to calm down, and they definitely should be letting go of some of these responsibilities and just, you know, learning to enjoy life a little bit more. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse, that may be something that you guys need a little bit more of, just a little more fun infused in your relationship. And then final card out, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So here's the thing. Normally when these Knights come out in reverse, especially the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands in reverse, to me, it's like, you know, fiery, fast relationship with lots of feelings, lots of romance, but burns out quickly. And here's the thing. I feel like you guys may have had a very, very strong start to your relationship with a lot of depth, a lot of movement, a lot of feelings expressed. And now, like, regular everyday life responsibilities and scheduling is beginning to reveal itself. And you, group number 3, may be feeling, oh my gosh, this person's losing feelings. I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're working hard because they see such a future with you and they're wanting to ensure and maintain that future. Whereas in the back of your mind, you're like, listen, I don't care if we have all this money. I don't care that you're working overtime and doing so much for us. Like, I'd rather us have less in terms of like wealth, in terms of whatever you have going on, and like more quality time, more loving interactions. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want them to burn themselves to a crisp for the relationship. You just want to relax, enjoy, and have fun and have like more balance there. So I feel like that's something that you may want. And if that's the case, I would just recommend talking to them and talking through those issues. Because here's the thing. All of these cards are minor arcanas, meaning that's temporary. It's temporary. What they're currently where they're at, their current energies are changeable. They are malleable. They are not long term. And so if you're not really enjoying them burning themselves out, trying to give to this connection, give to this future here, just let them know. Just let them know. So if they were completely open and honest about their feelings towards you, what would they say? And this is from my homemade deck, completely original. Okay, there's a lot of cards here, so we'll just stay there. Yeah, I can't talk anymore. We have the 7 of Cups coming out for you, and this says, I don't know what I want. I overthink everything. I daydream about this connection, but I have a hard time trusting my emotions. So confusion, fantasizing about you, great opportunities to grow, but not making decisions. This is what I'm saying. Like, this person gets stuck in analysis paralysis when it comes to like short-term actions they can take in this relationship, but they definitely have long-term vision of success. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know what I want. I overthink about everything. I daydream about this connection, but I have a hard time trusting my emotions. Yeah, this person, like, the feelings are there. they're fantasizing day in and day out about you, about your future together. But it's like, when it comes to remaining in the present moment and not getting overwhelmed with responsibilities, this person may struggle there. And that's fine. You know, no one is black or, well, no one's personality is black or white. It's oftentimes gray, you know. We have the King of Swords. Sorry if I'm not overly emotional. I'm really into my career and goals right now. Exactly. I tend to take a calm, logical approach in my relationships. See, this is what I'm saying. Group number 3, this is where some of your confusion may come in, because in the beginning of your relationship, this person was fiery hot, okay? Very emotional, very expressive. And now maybe moved in together. Maybe you took your relationship to the next level, whatever. And now they're just like overworking themselves, like literally in their career or their responsibilities, really into their goals, even like not career goals, but like any other side goals and projects they have going on. And you may be like, oh my gosh, they hate me. What's with the sudden change up? But that's not the case. They don't hate you. They're just really into their goals. We have the King of Cups coming out as well, and this says, I am very sensitive and selective with my companions, but once you're in my heart, you'll have a place there forever. So this doubles down on that message of them really having a long-term vision for you. And specifically, like, this could be wanting a family as well. Like, this is marriage, this is family. King of Cups is somebody who's very into the long-term emotional things, you know, unafraid of intimacy, but has healthy boundaries. Fatherhood may be significant, empathetic and warm-hearted. They will drop defenses once they know you're defensive, and they can be distant at first. And then we have the Page of Wands. I want to woo you. Youthful and energetic. Texting and writing may be easier for them than speaking. Pay attention to actions as well as words. This could be a newer relationship, still trying to impress you. This person has a hard on for you, which to me just says like they find you very sexually attractive, to be honest. Talkative and charming. We have the Five of Wands. I am jealous. I feel like I have to compete for you. Yeah, if you had any inclinations that this person may feel jealous at times and they're just not saying that, your inclinations are correct. Feeling like your family and friends won't like them. So also, I feel like they get very self-conscious when they're around your family, when they're around your friends. They may be on the shyer side. Scheduling issues. I am insecure, misunderstandings. Yeah. And like, I don't know. It's like when you go, they're very possessive. Now, this could be in a healthy way for a lot of you, you know, which you may actually enjoy, to be honest. If it's too much, it's too much. You know, you have to listen to your own intuition with that. Everyone's situation is different. Look at that, 10 of Cups. I told you guys. I told you. You make me so happy. I can see us spending the rest of our lives together. No doubt in my mind, this person has long-term vision here for you. It says, you make me feel so happy. I can see us spending the rest of our lives together. Secure and prosperous love, happy and prosperous, creating a home and family, emotionally fulfilled. And then final card out, we have the Six of Wands. I've been checking you out for a while and I'm ready to share my feelings. So stalking your social media, they may be doing that. They think you're really cool. They put you a bit on a pedestal and they admire you from afar. So the thing about this relationship that I'm really picking up on is, you know, like all relationships, you can't measure it in like black and white. You know, there's gray matter here. Okay. I think one of the things is that when you guys first connected, I don't want to say they love bombed you, because love bombing is a specific tactic used by abusive individuals. But they at first may have really put you on a pedestal, may have really been all about you, and even in a way which you were like, oh my God, you know, but it felt good. And, you know, this may have been what really brought you guys together, right? But, you know, not necessarily the healthiest approach always. And, you know, when life gets busy again, or when you guys become used to each other, and you fall into your schedules, your routines, it can kind of feel like, well, what about all that passion? What about all this? What about all that? And you know what? I just want to let you know, this is a mutual feeling. as well. And that's why the jealousy card was there, because it's like when you're really into your career or your goals, projects, dreams, friendships, anything that you got going on outside of this relationship, they feel the same exact way that you feel when they're doing those things. So I just want to say, like, you guys are actually quite similar, and a lot of feelings are mirrored in this connection. Do I think this is an unhealthy connection? No, not for the majority of you, at least. It's just, that's one of those things that, wasn't perfect perhaps in your story. And now we're needing to like even the scales out. So one thing you can do is make some time to intentionally just have quality one-on-one time together at least once a week, or turn it into like a daily ritual if you live together, like when you wake up in the morning, you share a cup of coffee or tea for like 30 minutes and you just chat. You're not on your phones, you're not watching the news or anything like that. You're just sitting down, looking at each other and talking. Or like once a week, intentionally make time just for the two of you to just talk, to be together, to be very present with each other. I think doing that will infuse some of those good vibes back into your relationship. And you know what? Like in modern day, it's just really important to schedule things like that in, even if it doesn't feel romantic or spontaneous, and to keep that fire alive, that fire of romance alive, and continue doing all of the things that you guys used to do for each other in the beginning of your relationship. Take those actions in the short term as well, like on the journey towards that long-term vision that you both dreamed of with each other, so that's like the only thing that I'm seeing there that you may be worried about or maybe causing you insecurity. But I really do feel like this is a connection that I feel like the two of you are going to become quite wealthy together, literally, like money. And manifesting most likely like a really great community or family together, and this could be involving children or even pets or plants or just like beauty all around you. I feel like this is a really good connection. It has potential to be really good. So yeah, I like it. Thank you so much for joining me. Definitely comment how this resonated down below. Subscribe if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I post. Like this video. If you want some personal advice on this relationship, on this connection, I do offer personal readings. Go on my website to find some sort of love reading. All of my readings, you can ask whatever questions, talk about whatever topics. So you can ask about this if you have any questions that you need clarity on specifically, like just you one-on-one. And once you do that and you email me your questions, I will send you a video reading within 7 days. My Shamanic Life Transformation coaching sessions work the same exact way. You basically send your questions for the week and you get an hour-long video reading every single week for 12 weeks alongside daily email correspondence with me if you want. We literally just talk about whatever it is that you're going through life. And the goal with this is to help you transform in the greatest ways possible. And I will send you 10 shamanic tools along the way to help you grow as quickly as possible. I also offer my online tarot reading course, which is Learn at Your Own Pace. Is already up and available, so you can get started on that today if you want. And my intention oils, which are handcrafted with your energy in mind. You use them to manifest great stuff. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye.